Sorry I took so long, Nate. You wouldn't want to know what I had to deal with just to get here.
Don't worry about it. I should be apologizing to you, as I stupidly forgot to mention that the teleportation hall for 90s is in the United Kingdom. So yeah, sorry about that. So what the heck happened in England anyway?
Trust me, Nate. You wouldn't believe me even if I told you.
Sounds like something terrible happened over there.
You have no idea. I ended up being in the middle of a war zone between a fox and a wolf, and let's just say we did what we could to help out. If it wasn't for these two, I probably would have never made it out of England alive.
Oh yes, Banjo and Kazooie are quite the heroes. But you said you were in a war zone. Who exactly were the combatants of that so-called war zone?
Well, it took place outside Twycross. It was between a fox who goes by the name Fox McCloud, and a wolf who is identified as Star Wolf.
Oh my god, Calvin. Do you realize who you fought alongside with at that time? You just fought alongside one of the biggest heroes in 90s culture, the leader of Star Fox.
Is that so? I didn't even know that.
You don't know, because you're in an era beyond your own. In the 90s he is a hero that protects the galaxy, and his video games are awesome. I am a huge fan of Star Fox. Man, I wish I could have been there. It would have been exciting.
Oh, I'm sure it would have been if you were there, but just be thankful you were not. It was quite a shocker.
Oh, I have no doubt that it was.
You have no idea, Nate Asteri. It literally came out of nowhere. We weren't expecting it at all.
That reminds me. I still have to strangle both Banjo and Calvin for both being dumb and almost getting themselves killed yesterday. Oh, and I am definitely going to get you, Banjo, for using me as a battering ram on that field.
Oh, spare me the threats, Kazooie. I've used you plenty of times as a battering ram since 1998, and you never once complained, so spare us the rubbish. And take it as a woman, Christ. Anyway, I think Calvin has a lot to learn of our culture.
That's a great idea, Banjo. Let's show Calvin around, teach him about 90s technology and culture.
I just know that this will be epic.
I know how we can begin.
Really, Kazooie? How?
Introduce him to the era itself.
Of course, 1990s. Would love to meet you, Calvin. Let's go and see her now.
It's a pity that we couldn't introduce him last night properly, as we arrived here too late.
Oh, don't worry about that. You guys made quite an entrance last night showing up in the Grey Fox. Now let's enter New Age Park and say hello to 90s.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Calvin missed the funeral. 80s is not going to be happy at all.
Chloe? Is everything okay?
No, Inez. Calvin didn't show up like he promised. I'm very worried. It's not like him not to break a promise. He has never done it before.
I'm so sorry, Chloe. I can't believe Calvin would backstab you like that, and not come when he promised. He is a real piece of crap.
Easy, Inez. He didn't backstab me. He just must have lost track of time and forgot about it by accident. You and I both know he would never betray any of us.
Even if that is true, it's really selfish to miss out on honoring 7 innocent people who died in a horrible accident. You know I am right, Chloe.
Yes, Inez, it is selfish. but I have known Calvin longer than you. I know for a fact that he did not do this on purpose. Something must have happened to him.
Chloe, that is your problem. Listen to yourself. You worry too much for Calvin. He is a big boy. He can take care of himself. Besides, where is he anyway?
He went to go and see a friend of his in the 90s era.
The 90s? Are you serious, Chloe? That's the era that almost led to our destruction decades ago. It's the reason why I never got to be the older person to begin with.
Oh, for crying out loud, Inez. Stop complaining about the debacle that occurred 18 years ago. You are standing here, aren't you? And may I remind you, the disaster affected all of us. How do you think Calvin got black eyelids to begin with? He didn't draw those on his eyelids with a permanent marker, you know.
True, but I suffered the most from this. You know, I was supposed to be born before you and Calvin. I was supposed to be born on March 14, 1990, and I was, only for one short year, until 90s destroyed our genes by placing her DNA into ours in 1991, contaminating all of us, and causing 80s to destroy us, before the Lord of History can, and remake every single one of us. After that, I ended up losing my title of being born in 1990, and was instead placed and reborn in 1992, the year after you and Calvin. I'm sorry, Chloe, I know you and Calvin don't like seeing me this way, but we all know this is not who I am supposed to be. I was planned by 80s to be older, not younger. 90s took away everything from me, all because she couldn't wait for our era to conclude. I hate 90s with a passion. I hope her era is soon wiped out by the Lord of History.
Inez Ortega, listen to me. You should never think that. You should never wish death upon any era, even if they did wrong. You know why?
Why? Why should I care about what happens to that whore of an era, when she contaminated 3 decades of innocent people, and almost led to our demise?
Because there are billions of innocent people on 90s Earth, who had nothing to do with what happened to us here in the 80s. Do they deserve to die, for what their mother did to us?
No.
Then you have to do what is right. You have to let go of your hate for 90s. If you don't, it will one of these days destroy you, Inez. Who cares if you were once born before us, but then got reborn after us? It doesn't matter, Inez. You are still the same girl within, and your brain is still from 1990.
I guess, but it is not that easy, Chloe. It really isn't. Plus 80s was devastated that Calvin didn't show up.
I know. I'm angry at Calvin too. He will get it from me when he gets back, that's for sure.
Oh, I have no doubt, Chloe.
Good.
Hi girls, is everything okay over here?
Oh my god. 80s, we are so sorry, we didn't mean to cause a disturbance.
Oh, don't worry about it, hun. You didn't create a disturbance, I was just curious. I can't believe Calvin disobeyed me. He never showed up. He promised he would be back in a few hours. It's been 2 days. I knew I should have never let him go to the 90s at all. He has a lot to answer for when he gets back. That is, unless 90s brainwashed him into thinking that she created him and not me. I hope Calvin is smarter than that. Otherwise I would have to do the unthinkable, and enter 90s myself and bring him back.
80s, you can't do that. That's an automatic death wish to our whole existence. Eras are not allowed to enter any era for any reason. If they are caught, they are destroyed.
Not to mention it's dangerous. Don't you remember what happened to Wilma Lofner 20 years ago?
Oh, I remember. I was there, honey. She was incinerated by the Lord of History in 1979 when she went native. It led to the strict laws that the Void of Timelines possess today, where no one is allowed to go below their timeline without permission. It's not dangerous to do it when an era is holding someone hostage. If you two were eras, you would understand. I will give Calvin at least 9 more hours to show up. If he is not here by day 3, then I am going to 90s myself and bringing him back. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that.
Us either.
I swear, I'm going to wring Calvin's neck when he gets back.
I believe I can fly. Woo. I believe I can touch the sky.
Whoa, this is nothing like Neon Park. Well now, what is this?
That Love is a soundtrack promo to the movie Space Jam. It came out in 1997.
Wow, incredible.
This way, Rivera. Just follow us.
Right.
Space Jam the soundtrack. In stores now.
Alright Rivera, we're almost there.
Right behind ya. Them, such odd characters, I wonder who they are.
Oh, looks like you just discovered Hey Arnold. It's a series created by Craig Bartlett.
You know, now that you bring it up, I think I remember seeing that character before, only he wasn't hand-drawn, it was claymation.
Wait, Hey Arnold was in the 80s? I had no idea.
As a matter of fact it was, even though I had no idea who the boy was. But there was a claymation in 1988, and the main character happened to look similar. I saw his short in 1991.
Wow, I had no idea that happened. That's incredible.
Tell me about it. Is that Batman? Incredible. This era has an animated Batman just like mine did.
Sure does, but the animated series in my era is a lot more darker, but it is still incredible.
Wow, this era never ceases to amaze me.
Trust me Rivera, you haven't seen nothing yet, just wait until you meet 90s.
Right, carry on.
Well, we're here. Be prepared, Rivera. This is 90s office. We will be delighted to meet you.
Well now, let us enter, shall we?
Ladies first.
Listening to Phil Collins will make any era's day, especially after the successful release of the movie Tarzan in 1999. Things could not be going better for my culture.
1990s, what's up?
Oh, hello darling, what brings you here today?
Two things. First off, just wanted to drop by and say hello. Second off, I wanted you to meet my friend from the 80s, since you couldn't meet him last night.
Oh, well of course honey, send him in.
Epic, I will be right back.
This will be the start of something glorious, I can tell.
Alright 90s, we are coming in now. 1990s, I would like to introduce Calvin Rivera from the year 1991.
Greetings, charmed to meet you 90s.
Oh, I like him.
I knew you would.
Welcome Mr. Rivera. How are you enjoying my culture so far?
I must say it has been quite an experience. You wouldn't know what I had to go through just to finally say hi to my friend.
It's true 90s. He ended up lost in the UK, so Kazooie and I tried to help him get here to America, but we ended up getting caught up in a war outside Twycross.
What the hell? Why does Rivera have a universal document slip? Doesn't he realize that he is in an era above his oppressive one?
90s. Is everything okay, love?
Oh yes darling, sorry something was just coming up in my mind is all.
Are you sure? You looked a bit upset about something.
Nate darling, I'm okay, don't worry about it, just having a bit of an era moment is all, you know I get those all the time.
No you haven't.
What's going on?
Oh nothing hun, now where were we?
We were, talking about the incident in Twycross.
Oh yes, but of course, yes. You don't have to tell me anything about that hun, I already know that happened outside Twycross. In the end Fox McCloud got his ship back.
How are you able to figure it out so quickly?
Banjo, you do realize I'm the era right? I can see what happens on my Earth.
Yes, but of course.
Anyway, Nate, could you do me a favor and head down to my garden with Banjo and Kazooie? There is a few jobs I need you three to do there.
The garden? 90s, I thought I helped you with that yesterday.
There has been some complications honey, some scientist from the Russian Federation accidentally tainted my landscape, so I need your help to refertilize it.
But 90s, that will take all day.
There is nothing to fear Nate, you will be working with thousands of other people, so this won't take long.
So what should I do with my friend in the meantime?
Don't worry, he will be safe here with me until you three get back, now run along now hun.
Very well then, see you later Rivera. Come on guys, let's get this over with.
I'm right behind you, Nate.
This is going to take a while.
Good luck.
Oh, don't worry, they will be back soon.
Oh, I have no doubt, knowing how advanced you are as an era.
Indeed. In the meantime, Rivera, you mind walking with me around New Age Gardens for a bit?
Sure.
Wonderful. Since you're new to my Earth, I would suggest staying close to me so you don't get lost.
Wow, you remind me of my era, always protective. Ha ha ha. Don't worry 90s, I will be close.
Indeed. Well, just follow close, okay darling?
Oh, I will.
Welcome to 90s Shores. I usually come out here to unwind if things in my culture get too stressful.
Really now, this is one beautiful coastline.
Thought you'd like it. If you want you can sit down on my rock there if you wish.
Don't mind if I do.
Thank you darling.
You know, Rita was right, you eras are kind and generous. I'm so happy I came over here.
Indeed. Rivera, may I ask you something darling?
Why of course, go on.
May I ask why you are carrying around a universal protection slip?
Well, you see miss, I've never been outside my era before, so I thought it was a requirement at the time. You are the first era that I have ever visited ever, in my entire existence.
Of course she did. Listen love, you do not need a document to come and see me, you only need them to visit timelines below our own.
But I don't understand.
It's not your fault honey, you don't know any better. Especially when you are being enslaved by an era that you do not belong in.
I don't understand. What do you mean by enslavement?
Darling, I need to ask you something personal. Do you really think you are truly an 80s baby?
Well of course, I was born in the universal timeline, 1991.
But are you, really?
Well
Think about it darling, 1991, are you really an 80s child?
Well, I am. I don't.
It's okay. I know you are confused, but it's time you learn who you really are. You are not an 80s baby, you and the other early 90s beings never were.
But my DNA.
It's tainted, darling. You are a 90s baby. You belong here with me. You and the other early 90s beings. 80s time came in 89, and she didn't want her end. She was selfish. I was supposed to begin in 1990, but she took over 2 of my years and conquered them, leaving me with no choice but to start my culture in 1993. I tried to save you by placing my DNA in you to make you all final, but she destroyed you when I did that, as a final act to spite me.
Wait a minute, so, are you saying that?
It's true, 80s, she was never your creator, she is lying to you, she is enslaving you, I am your real creator, not her.
I don't feel so good.
I'm sorry you were lied to, your whole life. You and your fellow early 90s beings, but you are at home now. I can help you break free of 80s lies and enslavement once and for all.
Really? How?
Follow me to the lab, and we can remove all of that tainted DNA inside you, and rework you to what you truly were supposed to be.
Do you really think that will work?
It will hun, it won't take that long, and the process is painless.
Well
90s, emergency, someone just got killed.
What? What happened Nate? I wasn't in the office.
Princess Diana of Wales. She just died in France in a car crash.
No, you're kidding.
Diana? No, she was the most beloved princess in my entire era.
I'm sorry.
Banjo and Kazooie have already prepared a flight to London. A funeral is set to begin in about 6 days.
Very good. Get on that flight hun, I'll be there shortly.
I will.
In the meantime Rivera, it would mean the world to me if you would come and attend. Would you be so kind?
Of course, I will come.
Thank you honey, this really means the void to me. You can travel with Nate to London. I will meet you both there. I have some arrangements to make.
Right.
Come on Rivera, Banjo and Kazooie are waiting. We better get going now, otherwise we will miss the plane to the United Kingdom. I sure hope that 80s wouldn't mind you staying here for about 6 days.
Nate old buddy, don't bring 80s into anything. She is not my creator. She never was the creator of us early 90s beings. My entire generation's existence is a lie. We're from here. I don't care about 80s, and I never want to see that liar and conqueror of an era again. Now, let's go.
Sure, right behind you. Never wanna see 80s again? Conquer? What the hell did 90s tell Rivera while Banjo and Kazooie and I were in that garden? What is going on here? Is there something that us 90s beings don't know about that 90s isn't telling us?
It's been 3 days, and I still can't get over the fact that Calvin ditched the funeral of those 7 brave astronauts who died in Challenger. Never would I expect him to do such a thing.
Exactly. That was absolutely cold of him, but at the same time, I can't help but feel like the 90s has something to do with this. After all, he is a 91 baby, so the 90s probably manipulated him into being there.
Inez, I get you still have beef with the 90s for what she did to you, but I don't think Calvin would be dumb enough to be manipulated by her of all people. It can't be that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just can't think of any other reason why Calvin would be this much of a jerk. I mean, what person would purposefully ditch an entire funeral?
Exactly. And I thought I knew Calvin like the back of my hand. He's probably hanging out with those bad crowds again like he used to.
Yeah, that could be why. Those drug rings and thieves have been running rampant in that damn era. I wouldn't be surprised. But haven't you never left this era? How would you know about all those bad crowds?
I don't. I'm just really damn angry right now.
Damn, message received.
Sorry for the lash out. This whole situation just feels like an absolute stab in the back. I've known that bum for years and he turns around and does this. Without even informing us.
Right, well, do you think maybe Calvin did this unintentionally or by mistake? That could be a possible last resort.
To be honest, that maybe could be true, but at the same time, it's pretty common to see that boy going out and doing stupid stuff. I hope you're right though.
Exactly, we just have to see what the future brings.
I don't think Calvin will have a future after I'm through with him.
Sometimes I wonder how you are able to not lose your mind when being around that guy.
You know what? I think I'm just going to walk over to the 80s and have a chat with her. Hopefully she has the real answer, because conspiracy theories won't get us anywhere.
Very well then, I'll just be hanging out and listening to Cyndi Lauper here in Aurora Falls. I hope things go well for you.
Thanks Inez, I can always count on you.
No problem love, see you at work tomorrow. Jeez.
Coming from 1987, please give a hand for the amazing pop star Tiffany, the youngest artist to ever become certified platinum, performing her single, I Think We're Alone Now.
'80s? Is it okay if I can talk to you for a moment please?
Of course, darling. What is it?
I feel absolutely devastated that Calvin completely missed the funeral, and I am absolutely angry at him for doing so, but, at the same time, a part of me thinks that he didn't mean to, and I am really worried. It's not like him to do something this heinous and disrespectful.
Chloe, honey, I understand your worries. I'm just as hurt that he missed the funeral too, especially when he promised me that he would come back home to attend. But, I have faith in Calvin honey, I know he knows who he truly is, and what his home air really is.
I know, it's just, I'm feeling something 80s, something I don't like. Remember about the 1987 incident? I'm getting that very same feeling again 80s.
Chloe, I'm well aware of the blood that was shed in 1987, but those men are gone. So you have nothing to worry about, hun.
Yeah, it's just, something is not right.
You're not the only one, Chloe. Listen, hun, I was planning on calling 90s on the Universal line anyway to see if Rivera is okay over there.
But 80s, you and 90s don't like each other. What if this makes things worse?
Oh, have no worries, hun, it won't be long. Besides, she is required to communicate with me regardless, so she doesn't have much of a choice. In the meantime, Chloe, Head on home, hun, and get some sleep. I mean it this time, young lady. You have been skipping nights again, and that's not healthy.
I will. I promise to go to bed this time, 80s. Thanks. Promise that you will let me know on Calvin's whereabouts.
Don't worry, Chloe, I'll send a letter your way with an update. Now go and get some sleep, honey.
I will, 80s.
'90s, better pick up the phone. Come on, '90s. Come on, pick up. Oh, brother.
Goodbye, England's rose. May you ever grow in our hearts. You are the grace that placed yourselves where lives were torn apart. You called out to our country, and you whispered to those in pain. Now you belong to heaven, and the stars spell out your name. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sunset when the rain set in. And your footsteps will always fall here along England's greenest hills. Your candles burned out long before your legend ever will. Loveliness we've lost, those empty days without your smile. This torch we'll always carry for our nation's golden child. Even though we try, the truth brings us to tears. All our words cannot express the joy you've brought us through the years. And it seems to me you've lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sunset when the rain set in. Your footsteps will always fall here along England's greenest hills. Your candles burned out long before your legend ever will. Goodbye, England's rose. May you ever grow in our hearts. You were the grace that placed yourselves where lives were torn apart. Goodbye, English rose, from a country lost without your soul, who missed the wings of your compassion more than you will ever know. And it seems to me you've lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sunset when the rain set in. And your footsteps will always fall here along England's greenest hills. Your candles burned out long before your legend ever will.